awesome. I recognize some of you guys from the signing yesterday. I see you guys over there. All right. You too. I remember you. You were there.
He's in the hotel.
Awesome. If you guys want to follow it, it's Miesha Tate UFC on Snapchat. It's posted. All right.
We'll start here, stage right. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I've got a question for Miesha. I know you've recently done that movie Fight Valley. I just want to know if you're going to move more in that field and do more movies, or now you've got the belt, concentrate on fighting more.
Well, fighting first, but I was really surprised that I actually really liked it, honestly. I didn't think I would be a very good actress, and I don't know, I have yet to find that out when I watch the movie if I was or wasn't. But I had fun with it. That's the difference. I didn't think that I would enjoy it as much as I did, but I did. It was really challenging and a completely different realm, and it was hard, but I liked it, and I think I would like to do it a little bit more. So anyways, I see you everywhere too, man. You're all over the place.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
This is a question for Dennis. In your opinion, if Conor McGregor was to choose his next fight to be a rematch against Nate Diaz, should he relinquish his featherweight title?
Yeah, I think so, because it kind of puts a halt on other 45-pounders that want to become the featherweight champion. You know, we got to wait for him. I wait for no one.
All right, thank you. Yes, sir.
I got a question for Miesha, but first things first, Jon Anik, show us that 209 tattoo. Nate Diaz, baby. Yeah!
Got that out of the way. Thank you. Yes, what do you got?
And, question for the world champ. With social media and embedded series and things like that, we get such an insight into what happens in fight week leading up, but just wondering if you could paint a picture of what life is like in the sort of 48 hours, 72 hours after a fight. Is there sort of a big mental come down? Do you just spend 3 days in bed? Do you go out and party? Do you just sort of paint a picture with like that type of thing?
Well, either way, I'm drinking beer, but the winner's beer tastes a little bit better than the loser's beer. So, yeah, it just depends on the fight. Obviously, I'll talk about this last fight since it was the most recent. I think I was absolutely supercharged out of my mind for like 3 days. I feel like someone spiked my drinks with crack or something, because I was like doing backflips out of bed while 3 hours of sleep, like no problem, hey, real world, here I come. So it was amazing. It's still amazing. I feel super energized, and yeah, it's crazy. I don't know how to put it into words. I wish I could share that with you guys. I think it would be interesting if they did a post-fight embedded, like when fighters win those fights, and let you guys see that, because it's hard to put it into words, but it's an amazing feeling.
Thanks very much.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
It's just for Robert, and also I want to say something to John. With Rob, what's next in terms of what's after Natal? Would you be looking at possibly a title fight straight away? And also, John, considering Conor might fight Nate again with everything like that came out in the morning, most likely it's going to be a rematch. So would you possibly looking at making it bigger after he wins again?
We'll get to that in a second, Robert. In terms of your future, I know your focus is on Sapo, but what do you think might be next thereafter?
Yeah, it's really hard for me to think past that date. My calendar literally only goes up to April 23. I can't look past him. You know, he's the biggest hurdle in front of me at the moment, and I got to really just focus on that. Whatever comes after, you know, I assume it'll be fighting. So yeah, you know, they give me fights, I'll fight them. That's how I roll. And but yeah, I can't see past Sapo.
And I think my days of tattoo bets are probably over, at least when it comes to picking pay-per-view winners. But, you know, it seems like the legs are there for a rematch between Nate Diaz and Conor McGregor. You know, in terms of the featherweight division, you know, I'm never a fan of guys cutting a bunch of weight ever, you know. And you've seen what Robert's been able to do at 185 pounds, even though he was very successful at 70. You know, I don't like guys cutting too much weight, so I would kind of like to see Conor vacate the title and fight at 55 or higher going forward.
Hey, props to you, though. You stayed true to your word, though.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. What's up, big man?
Miesha, how did you feel going into that fight? What were you expecting, and how did you feel when you came out of it?
Hello.
Hi.
Well, I felt pretty confident going into the fight, and I kept telling myself, I can win this fight, I can win this fight. And I kept telling myself, and I kept seeing it, and I kept believing it. And then I went out there, and I did it, and I made my dreams come true. And it's been a pretty amazing feeling. So you just keep telling yourself that you can win at life, and whatever situation that is, that you can do it, and you can overcome it, and you'll make your dreams come true.
Thanks.
Yes.
Hey Miesha, congratulations on your fight.
Hello.
That was awesome. It's so good to see you with the belt. I have 3 young ladies here who are massive fans. We love watching you coach on The Ultimate Fighter. They can't make it to Rebel Sports today. Is there any chance you can sign their tops before you go today?
Absolutely.
Woohoo! Thank you.
No problem.
I'm glad you stepped up to the mic, man. What do you got?
This is a question for all 3 of you. If you could fight any UFC fighter in history, past or present, who would it be?
Fabricio Verdum.
I have no idea. Like, I know maybe 10 fighters at the top of my head. Like,
Oh, this is a tough one. If I was a guy, or, because I don't know. Like, I don't think I'd fare very well against like George St. Pierre, but he's one of my favorites. But yeah, and then obviously I think I pretty much have fought everyone in my division. So I'll just keep knocking those girls down, and whoever's next, that's who I want to fight.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you. Go ahead, man.
Hey guys, I just wanted to ask you like a diet-related question, sort of outside of fight week.
Cupcakes.
Outside of fight week, what is your sort of like? Do you follow any sort of like certain dietary principles, or like how does it sort of typical days eating look like for you guys?
So sometimes, sorry, what Miesha said about you put your mind to something, you do it. Sometimes the plate comes out in front of me, and I'm like, man, I can do this. I can eat this whole thing right now. And no, I try to eat a salad a day. That's my goal.
Yeah.
if I'm not fighting, I'm a glutton, absolute glutton. That's why 170 was so hard for me to make in the first place. I'm not particularly massive, but yeah, I try to spend less than $40 at a bakery, maybe. Like, if I stick to that, I'm 185 good.
And for me, you said outside of fight week?
Yeah, so like outside of a fight camp, sorry. So sort of in your everyday kind of life, is there any sort of diet principles you follow, or you just go off the rails, sort of like these boys?
So, all joking aside, no, I try to, the biggest thing, if you're looking for advice, I suppose, is portion control. It sounds stupid, but it really is. Like, I eat whatever I want, but that doesn't mean that I eat crap all the time. And if I do eat something bad, I just try not to make it a massive portion. I enjoy that. Like people, I got asked this question the other day. Oh man, how many cupcakes have you eaten since the fight? It must just be like a million. I'm like, I think I've had about 4 actually, which is, for me, is a lot, because I really enjoy cupcakes. So it's not something I just like shove down my throat in one bite. It's like I really savor it, I enjoy it, and I think I would be sick if I ate any more than that, but I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, sick. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
Miesha, as far as your next fight is concerned, there's been a lot of rumor mill about Amanda Nunes, or will you hang around?
Where are you from?
McGregor!
I thought so.
Yeah. So as far as, will you hang around for Ronda, or is that going to be November, or is there talks that she might make 200, or?
I don't think that they really know what's going on with Ronda. I don't have an answer for you with that. The last thing that I heard was November was an anticipated date for her, not anything for sure. So I'm really not sure, but I did see that she can eat an apple now, so that is a step in the right direction. And so we'll see what happens with that. As far as wanting to fight, I definitely want to fight more than not. So I would prefer not to wait all the way till November. That, I believe, if I'm doing my math correctly, is about 8 months. So I've done that before, but time's something you can't get back, and there's only so long you can be in this career, and I want to prove why I'm the best in the world, and that means fighting. So I need to fight.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
Congratulations, Miesha, on being a world champion,
Thank
obviously.
you.
And a question for all 3. Just wondering, outside of fighting and everything else, do you have a hobby or a passion or something else that takes your mind off it and sort of chills you out?
I like to play Clash of Clans.
They were nerding out so bad on the way over here, you guys. Like, they were like, don't leave the Wi-Fi. He didn't want to leave the Wi-Fi because he was going to lose his whatever.
I lost the battle because I was on Wi-Fi. I was crushing it, if you want to, you know that. And we had to get on the bus, and I was winning. And then ran out of Wi-Fi, so I defaulted.
Brian's over there laughing because he's a nerd too. And he plays Clash of the Clans also, and he knows what he's talking about. Anyways, I don't know. Something about dragons and Black Elixir, I'm lost.
Yeah, like probably that 60% of my earnings go to League of Legends. Like they keep bringing out new stuff, and I keep thinking I need it. Yeah, I like PC gaming. You know, PC gaming, Xbox, all gaming, Minecraft, whatever.
Magic
the Gathering.
Yeah, he outed himself on the bus ride over. Yeah, for me, man, there's a million and one things I like to do. I like to be outdoors a lot. I love hiking. I love any kind of water sports, inner tubing. I'm an inner tubing machine. Like, I crush people. I have like an iron grip, and I just don't let go, and then I just kick people off the tube if there's a competition or anything like that. So, love to do that, and I think I'm the undefeated champ, right? Yeah. All of his guy friends always think that they can hang on longer than me. It doesn't work out well for them.
Thanks, man.
Cool. My question's for Miesha. It's just one word: cyborg.
Oh. Yeah, man, I don't know. Like, I've been hearing rumors or something that, like, supposedly she's coming to the UFC, but I've been hearing it for such a long time. I just don't really know. I haven't had that confirmed, but I am, like, open to that fight. You know, maybe doing it at catchweight at 140. You know, I have nothing but respect for Cyborg. She freaking eats girls for breakfast. So, you know, I mean, she's an amazing, and it's like, what do I have? You know, what do I have to lose in that fight? I go out there and give it everything I have, and if I'm able to take out Goliath, then I am. You know, and yeah, I would love to step in there with someone of her caliber.
Awesome. And
Absolutely.
welcome to Brisbane.
Thank you.
G'day, Miesha.
Hi, nice shirt.
Thank you. Congrats on winning the title.
I appreciate it.
Can I get a photo as well?
Get,
I got a shirt on. Who else has got a shirt?
That's true. You have my shirt on, of course. I will sign that for you.
Couple minutes after the fact, if you want to come down, we could try to do some
Thank you.
quick
And
autographs and
if
photos.
Brian wants to go sightseeing tomorrow, I'm happy to sit next to you.
Nice. All right. Thank you.
My question's for Dennis. I was talking to you yesterday about this, but I was just going to ask if you obviously had 2 losses in a row, but before that you were known for being exciting, and even with your losses, coming into the third fight, the last fight, did you change your game plan to make sure you won, like play safe, or did you still go in for the finish? Because it felt like obviously you had a decision, but we've known you for bringing it regardless and trying to finish. So,
I mean, I definitely played it safe. I was just looking to win. But again, if the finish fell in front of me, I wasn't gonna be like, well, me and you are gonna go to decision, you know. So I mean, I was trying to knock him out. I was trying to, you know, do everything I could. But the guy's a veteran. He's been fighting for like 16 years. He's got like 60 fights, you know. So I was like, he probably has some weird tricks up his sleeve. So let me just keep it basic.
Thanks. Yeah. Thank you.
Tough sport, though, man. It's the only sport in the world where winning's not enough, you know? I mean, I think everything Dennis Bermudez does in there is exciting. So I don't know why people were on you after that fight. I still don't understand it. Yes, sir.
This one's for Miesha. Do you still have the jersey I gave you last night?
Yes, I do.
Thank you. And what's the culture like at Extreme Culture, MMA?
The culture, like the atmosphere?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to get used to your guys' lingo. You guys have so many weird words for everything. I love it. But the culture at my gym is amazing. You know, for a couple years there, Extreme Couture kind of fell off and didn't really have much of a team. And then we got a new gym manager, Eric Nixick, and a new MMA coach, Robert Fallis. And they totally turned the atmosphere around. And I moved there about 2 years ago, and we're on a 5-fight winning streak now, winning a world title. And I have an amazing team. And I found the best gym in the world, like, no, hands down. It's amazing.
Would you recommend training there?
Absolutely.
So, thank you very much.
Thank you. Yes.
Hi, I've got a question for Robert. I know you competed on Smashes, Australia versus England. How do you think Australia versus New Zealand would go?
No comment.
Like the question, though. Thanks. Yes.
How you going, guys? First of all, congratulations, Miesha.
Thank you.
Excellent. Well done. Robert, you're the man, mate. I can't wait to see that belt around your fucking waist, buddy. And the question is for you, Robert. I know a little fellow down there asked the question before, but if you could have a super fight, who would you choose?
You know, I've been thinking about it. It's hard to say because I enjoy fighting. I enjoy the experience of fighting. I enjoy the adrenaline rush. I enjoy the threat of getting hurt. And you know, every fight to me is my new favorite fight. You know, it's like if you put anyone in front of me tomorrow, like that'll be my new favorite fight. So it's hard for me to pinpoint one particular fight that I want. You know what I mean? As well as I don't watch the sport enough to to really single out a single fella. So no, you know, every fight's my favorite fight.
All right, thank you.
Thanks. Yes.
Hi guys. Thanks for putting this on again, and Miesha for coming out. It's awesome.
I'm here too.
Yeah, I know. I was actually going to say, Dennis, while Kane's out, I guess you can still step up and, you know, Verdum, that fight could potentially still happen. Who knows? But my question is for Miesha. But do you ever see a time, or you know, whether it's now or 20 years from now, where yourself and Ronda go out, catch up, have a coffee, and just talk it out? Is that ever going to happen?
Is it going to disappoint you if I say hell no? No, I just don't see it, man. I don't know. I don't feel like I'm missing anything, you know? I feel like maybe some people feel bad, like, oh, I wish they could be friends, but I don't. So I'm
I think it's awesome, by the way. Your rivalry is one of the best. So,
Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't feel like there's some big hole that I'm missing in my life by not having Ronda be my best friend, so I'm okay with it. No tea parties planned anytime soon.
Do you think that third fight will happen between you guys?
I hope so.
So do I. Go, Mish. Thanks.
Thank you.
G'day, Miesha, and welcome to Australia.
Thanks.
Hope you and Brian get to have a great day out tomorrow with the cupcake T-shirt.
Yeah, for sure.
My question's more for Brian. Seriously, dude, how long does a girl have to wait to put a ring on it? And do you think you've got all the gold you need now, Miesha?
Man.
Yep, someone zoom in. Where is he?
You can come up here if you want to.
Brian
Yeah, come on,
Caraway,
hands
ladies
up.
and
Come on.
gentlemen, bantamweight contender.
But I'm gonna start answering this before he does. So we've been together for 9 years or so, and is
that right, Brian? 9 years.
Thanks for putting me on the spot here, guys. Awesome.
But you know, this is a great thing about our relationship is that it's strong with or without a piece of paper, and there's nothing that has been able to define us or break us, and that won't change with a ring. So, you know, we have a great relationship, and he's been like the rock behind everything.
We don't want to jinx anything. We've been together for 10 years, 2 world titles. Everything's going good. I don't want to put any added pressure and change anything. Life's beautifully and perfect right now.
Yeah, we have a different mentality, man. We're kind of new age in this. So it doesn't, you know, we're not in a hurry to have kids. So it's like, you know, hey, why fix what's not broken at the moment? We have a great thing going. And, you know, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for this man standing right here. He's taught me pretty much probably 90% of what I know on the grappling and mixing striking and wrestling. He's been my head coach my entire career. Since the first day that I stepped my foot on the mat as an MMA fighter, like, he's the first person that taught me anything.
She
So-
makes my job easy. Having somebody like Miesha makes my job absolutely easy, just to be able to show her something and have her be able to go out and do it the next day. And you can't ever measure somebody's heart like Miesha's. You know, that's why she won half the fight she won, is not just because of the skill set or what I've taught her. It's because of her heart. You know, she broke her orbital bone against Sarah McMahon, and she came back and she willed that fight. That's why she won, because of her heart and the amazing person that she is. So I could teach her all the tricks I can, but what makes her herself is her heart and her willpower.
You got all the gold you need.
Thank you.
Yeah, how's it going? This one's for Rob. I just wanted to know your thoughts on beating Uriah Hall, and does it feel like he's jumped ahead of you now with his fight with Silva?
Definitely not. I think he's going to be real strong in that fight. I think he might just steal it. But yeah, definitely not. Like I said before, I'm here to fight, and it doesn't bother me who fights who or when I fight who or what number's in front of the name, because I want to go through all of them. You know what I mean? I can't really call myself the best if I skip people or if I strategically plan out a ladder up to get to the top. I want to fight them all. They want to fight each other in the meantime. Go ahead. It's fine. I'll get to you.
Nice work. Cheers.
Hey guys, well done, Miesha, on getting that belt. I've been gunning for you for such a long time.
Thank you.
That's awesome. Question for all three of you: with the mental game being so big in the fight world, in fight week especially, is there anything that you guys do to take time out in order to prep yourself mentally for the fight?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I don't know. I hate to give away all my secrets. I feel like everyone's gonna pick up on this, but no. You know, the biggest misconception I feel like is that people think that you have to be thinking about the fight 24/7 the week of the fight, and if you're not thinking about the fight, then you must not be focused. I think it's quite the contrary. I think the more you think about the fight, the more exhausted you get and the less you have to deliver inside the cage. And there's a time and a place to think about it, but for the majority, the last thing I want to think about the week of the fight is the fight. You know, I know it's there. It's not like it's, you know, it's in the back of my mind for sure, but I try to keep it there, and I dedicate about 20 minutes or so a day to visualize the fight, and I give, you know, my energy in that 20 minutes, and then the rest of the day I try to set it down and just leave it what it is. You know, I've been training, I know that I'm ready, and I just want to keep that confidence going, and I don't want to burn myself out, you know. So that's my only thing, you know. I dedicate that 20-30 minutes a day. I visualize and I think nothing but about the fight for those 20-30 minutes, and then the rest of the time it's anything but.
Yeah, I'm going on the same thought train, to be honest. If I think about the fight too much early on, I get G'd up, and then I'm looking for him in the hotel lobby. Yeah. You know what I mean? And so I do the exact same. I just escape the entire world of fighting, and I usually just bunker down, order room service, and I'm playing like Minecraft and just like real stupid crap just to really drone myself away. Usually try to just hide away. Like, I don't like seeing my opponent in the lobby because then I'm thinking about him, then I'm G'ing myself up again. Yeah. So you know, I try to go the exact opposite as well. Like, the less I think about it, the better.
It's kind of like harnessing it at the right time, you know. You don't want to like let it just kind of drizzle out over the week. Like, you got to store it up and get ready for the right moment in time for it to peak.
So, believe it or not, I do the same thing as these two, and I try not to think about the fight. So, for me, fight week is pretty much get your weight down. That's the only thing I'm thinking about is getting my weight down till weigh-ins. Then I weigh in. Then what I'm thinking about after weigh-ins is rehydrating myself and getting the best nutrients I can get in my body. So I actually don't like really start thinking about the fight like ideally until the bus ride over to the arena.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, the weight cut's the first fight, man.
Yeah, for sure.
That's the first battle.
Cheers. Thanks, guys.
This one's for everyone. As a fan, what's been your favourite fight to sit down and watch?
Diaz-McGregor.
You just said that because that's like the newest one.
Yeah, what a cheater. Would it be egotistic if I said I like one of my own fights? I fought Mac Rice, and he dropped me like a bad habit, and I came back and won. So I think that's kind of like a Rocky thing for me, and it gets me pumped up. I don't know.
I love Genki Sudo. Any Genki Sudo fights are awesome.
I liked Stephan Bonner and Forrest Griffin. That was an amazing fight. A war of attrition for sure.
Thanks, everyone.
All right, we got a couple more minutes, so if you haven't lined up, with all due respect, don't bother with one more question.
Hey guys, first of all, Miesha, congratulations on your title.
Thank you. I recognize you too, man. You were at the signing, weren't you?
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah,
You signed my gloves for me yesterday. And a question for Rob. So what's it like to be fighting on the same card as John Jones and Daniel Cormier?
You know, it's an absolute honor and privilege to be just in the same building as those super athletes, you know what I mean? It's going to be huge, but I really try to push out of my mind, you know. Thinking about the fight card, thinking about the hype isn't going to help me beat Natal. You know, he's going to be trying to take my head off all the same. So, you know, it's going to be awesome. I think after the fact, I'll sit and reflect and be like, you know what, that was cool. But while I'm there and leading up to it, I'm going to just push it out of my head.
And a question for Dennis, who would you like to fight next? Let's say Aldo doesn't get his rematch with Conor McGregor. So would you like to fight either Max Holloway or maybe Jose Aldo?
Yeah, me and you talked about this last night. Remember that?
Oh, yeah, you remember me as well?
I remember you, man. You're me and his favorite. Yeah, fighting Jose Aldo would be really cool. Or Max Holloway, I'll beat him too. Either or, man. I'm ready to rock and roll.
So, thank you, guys. We love you, Miesha.
Thank you.
This is a question for all three. What kind of music do you listen to in general, and are you good dancers?
You're looking at the Latino heat. I got the... Come on now.
Can you shuffle?
Which one?
The Melbourne one?
I guess you'll have to show me. I don't know that one.
I can't do it.
That's funny. That's the only dance I can do.
You do it?
Me and my brother used to put on socks in the garage and just crank it for like an hour or so until the socks were worn out, and just practice in high school.
Can you show me a demonstration?
Definitely not.
Come on. And nobody answered your question about music. I like pretty much everything but super heavy metal and really twangy country. So I like pretty much everything else. And I would not say that I'm a good dancer, but I can shake my butt.
Can you twerk?
I don't know. I never really tried. I don't know if it would be a good scene, but I don't know.
And what about the music for you two guys?
My favorite music?
Yeah.
You know, all time, like the same thing. I listen to a lot of crap, but trance and techno is like.
Oh, trance, love it.
Is my favorite. Like hard souls.
Awesome.
Like some hard souls, like Brennan Hart. Like I like that sort of stuff. Yeah, I like that sort of stuff because I guess it reminds me of video games a bit. You know.
I listen to like late '90s, like rap and hip hop, like early 2000s. I like a little emo and like screamo stuff too. I'm a little rocker. A little reggae if I'm feeling calm. A little acoustic. Yeah, I like it all. You know, just hey, believe it or not, a little country.
Awesome, thank you.
Hey guys, this is a quick one for everyone on stage, and it's not a sponsored question, I swear. With the release of UFC 2, the video game this week, if you had to fight as someone in the game other than yourself, who would it be?
Miesha Tate.
I like his answer. What?
Natal.
I don't know. I haven't even got to see who's all in this game now. Is there some like characters that aren't actually in the UFC that are in there now, right? What? Joe Rogan? That'd be awesome. See, I like that. I like thinking outside the bubble. Like, that would definitely be Joe Rogan.
And John, why aren't you in the game? Thanks, guys.
So firstly, can I just say what's up to my son back in New Zealand? Hey, Brody. He'll be watching.
Brody!
Yeah, that's what's up. So my only question is kind of a two-part question. Modern day UFC, do you think that the 10-point must system, point scoring system should change? And do you think there could be a more consistent way of handing out rematches? It seems like UFC just do it however they want.
UFC does what they want, that's for sure. That's an interesting question. So we find ourselves in this sort of dilemma in the fact that it is a sport, but it's also an entertainment industry. So I think the UFC does the best job that they can of marrying the two and trying to make sense of what do the fans want to see and what does the sport also kind of offer, what does it garner. So it's a mixture of interest and rankings and talent. So you're going to kind of get sometimes a little bit more one way or a little bit more the other way, but that's just the name of the game. I think they do the best that they can. And the 10-point must system, I think that there could be a better way of scoring. I just don't have it quite figured out myself yet, because I feel like there's been times when if you look at the overall fight, you feel like someone won, like one person won, and then you look at like each round and you break it down and you're like, well, maybe this person edged out like a couple more rounds. And it's really weird, like, because if you judge the fight as a whole, it feels like, well, this person clearly beat that person up, like almost finished them 2 rounds. Like they were closer to winning, finishing the fight, and they did all this damage in those 2 rounds, but they only did it for 2 rounds, and the other person edged them like for 3. So it's kind of like, where do you get, you know, that's my thoughts on it. It's kind of weird. I don't know how to pick a better system, but I think that there could be a better one. So maybe someone a little smarter than me could figure that out.
Yeah, she did a good job.
It's a complicated question.
All right, well, thank you guys very much, so much for coming out. Let's hear it once more. Miesha Tate, Robert Whittaker, Dennis Bermudez, Brian Caraway.
But first, let me get a selfie. Hold on. Got you guys. Some of you guys. All right.
Thank you guys. We'll see you for the fights tomorrow, all right?